So this past Saturday was the FA Cup final. Not sure if you watched.
I did.
Yeah, you enjoyed it too much.
Yeah, I always love penalties when it's not my team playing.
Before I say what happens, you were rooting for Chelsea or Liverpool?
Chelsea.
Just because of Real Madrid.
Because I need Liverpool to lose so they can be down in the dumps before the Champions League final.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched it, it was a 0-0 game, and it went all the way to penalties where they won. A lot's been said. With us living in the United States, we get a lot of pro Pulisic TikToks. And I get mad, bro. Like that game, I'm not a fan. If my team loses, I don't get sad or I don't cry like Jonathan Middleton. He was crying, bro, and people were clowning him. But, dude, I just get pissed, bro. And so I just turned off my Xbox as soon as, they scored that penalty. It was like some no-name guy. Even, who was it? I think it was like George Benson's like, bro, we don't even know who you are, bro. Sit down. Like, but yeah, a lot. There was, and it's just funny that it was a mirror image of the EFL Cup final, 0-0, Chelsea, so wasteful with their chances. And I know a lot. We spent so much money on our front three. Pulisic, $70 million more or less. Lukaku, £97 million. And then we had Ziyech. He's another. He was on a cheap deal, but we were so wasteful in front of goal, man. And a lot of people were saying, like on a TikTok, right? For instance, oh, Pulisic, man of the match, and that literally drove me up the wall, because Mason Mount is forever the best youngster on the team.
I mean, but the ratings were in Pulisic's favor.
I don't care about those ratings, bro. Those ratings, just because Pulisic plays more, he's more in the attacking box or whatever. I don't know how they make those numbers, but I watched the game, and Mason Mount, just because
they base that off of dribbles, tackles, shots on target.
How about time spent on the floor grabbing your ankle, while we're getting counted on?
Well, if that was the case, then he'd be like a 6.0. Okay. He was a 7.9.
So, I know you're trying to derail my rant here, but I think Mason Mount gets a lot of hate because, he's taking time away from Werner. He's taking time away from Pulisic in this situation. But Pulisic, there's a reason, like I told you in an earlier episode, there's a reason why Tuchel doesn't start him every game. There's a reason why Lampard kind of stopped playing him towards the end. He's a bench guy. He's a bench guy, and I feel like people don't understand that they just think it's anti-American bias, like Dest in Barcelona, But I think it's not bias, bro. I watch the games, and I don't rate him as, he's not even a top 12, 13 player on the squad. And Tuchel took him off, and he's over there on the bench he's like moaning to like his teammates. It's like, dude, do you want to really moan? You had five chances, none of them on goal. None of them. And he's like, oh, like, dude, put one on goal.
I saw some of those.
And it's like, and I watch ESPN FC with Craig Burley, and he's a former Chelsea player, but he doesn't have like an affinity to the team where he covers up. Dude, Craig Burley said it best, man. It's like I know he has a little entourage and stuff, but dude, you're not at this level. He's just not. And it would be fine if he was okay. He was like Werner, where he didn't like complain and make a big scene, and his dad's talking on Twitter, but dude, he needs to go, man. And it's the best for Chelsea, and it's the best for the U.S., honestly. Whether that's a loan out to MLS, which I think I know you say, oh, he's too good for MLS. Is he?
Yeah, I think he is, and I think he deserves maybe not be in the Premier League, but maybe be in Serie A, or maybe go back to Bundesliga. I told you I see him in La Liga playing somewhere like in Sevilla. You have Tecatito playing on the right.
Yeah.
And then you have probably Pulisic on the left.
Yeah. And look, I'm not. I wish it didn't get to this point where it's like, dude, get him out the club. But it's at that point already, man.
That's.
Get him out the club, man.
But having
he needs to go.
So you think that by American, because Chelsea just got bought off.
Yeah.
By an American businessman. Do you think the American businessman is going to push for an American player to stay?
And I appreciate you asking that. So Todd Bowley needs to get one thing clear if he wants to get right with the Chelsea fans, the real Chelsea fans that attend the games. You got to listen to Tuchel. Tuchel said, hey, if we can get a world-class striker, that would be great. And they said, Haaland, no, he's too expensive. We'll go get Lukaku. He's already been here, even though it ended badly with Man United. And they brought Lukaku, who wasn't really he's a Tuchel signing, but it wasn't like he was handpicked by Tuchel.
The board. Kind of like the Glazers in Man United.
Yeah, the board bought him. And honestly, man, like I love what they've done, Marina Granovskaya and Bruce Buck, but at some point it's like, dude, you can't buy a striker, man. You gotta admit, how many flops? Torres, Morata, Lukaku. The only one they hit on, I know that it might be before their time, Bruce Buck and Granovskaya, but the only good one was Diego Costa.
I remember him, yeah.
That guy was a menace, though. But
he ripped it up in Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. So that's my main thing is that it's to emphasize that they need to listen to Tuchel more. And the players you don't want, Pulisic, even Werner's out, bro. Werner's going to go to Bayern Munich. That's the rumor.
Really?
Yeah.
To replace Lewa?
Maybe.
That's
I don't think
crazy.
that's a like for like.
I told you I always liked Timo.
I like Timo too, and he has a very good personality. That's why I appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate that he doesn't complain. Of course, you hear like stuff like oh, he's rumored to go to Bayern, you know. Okay, but it's like he knows the writing. He saw the writing on the wall. It's not like Pulisic where it's more like he's more like bitchy where it's like, oh, I need to be starting. I have the World Cup in the November, bro. I need to be starting, and I just think, I thought I was gonna get more heated, but it's because like you're not questioning me on much, but.
Because I don't want to. I'm wearing a USA jersey, to begin with, and I don't want to sound like that American fan that you so speak of. That
dude, I
don't want to sound like that. Yeah. I know he scored against who did he score against? Like a game ago or 2 games ago? Who did you guys play?
West Ham.
What wasn't it? Spurs?
No, we haven't played Spurs in
West
a while.
Ham.
It was West Ham.
He scored a goal
when Jorginho missed the penalty.
Yeah, bro, what's
up
with Jorginho's?
He's gone too.
Dude, I'm telling. He's missing so many penalties, bro. They were like praising him for being a penalty taker.
Well, you call him pasta merchant.
You were never
a believer in Jorginho.
And ever since the Euros that he missed that penalty in the final.
Nah, honestly, when he came back and everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna win the Ballon d'Or," his confidence was up. He was really good in the beginning. When he had the blonde hair, bro, he was good. Hair. But then once he dyed his hair back normal, his confidence dipped, man. I don't know what's going on with Jorginho, but that's the thing with Chelsea too. And it's like
so Pulisic scored, and people are going back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Quick. So
Christian Pulisic's back, guys. He's proving all the doubters wrong. It's like 1 goal. Oh wow. The 70 million's repaid. But I say Christian Pulisic's a great Premier League striker when he was in the bubble. When he was in the bubble, yes, he was the first name on the team sheet. I'll give him that. But ever since then, he's not been the same guy, man. And that guy that is playing right now is not Chelsea quality. He's too inconsistent. And if he doesn't, and he's already proven he doesn't want to ride the bench. He's not down to be Chicharito for Man United. So he needs to go, bro. He needs to go because then he's just a distraction, and he's gonna want playing time even more with the World Cup coming up in the winter. But the thing is, I'm not. You think I'm negative and stuff, but a lot of players are leaving Chelsea this summer.
Yeah,
a lot of players.
I had looked into that. A lot of people are losing their contracts.
Well, we're gonna sell players. We're gonna move on because look at the squad. You have Sarri's guys. You have some of Mourinho's players. Conte's. The only. There's been 3 players that have been bought under Tuchel. it's Bentinelli, who's a third string goalkeeper, Lukaku, and Malangsar, who is a free. So the only big signing, Lukaku, wasn't handpicked by Tuchel.
Did Lukaku even show up for the final?
He was there, but it's regular Lukaku. He ran out of juice. He was like, he probably looked at the suite and didn't see the owner. He's like, okay, I'm gonna just milk it. I'm gonna just mill it in here.
When the owner was watching, but you could tell he was trying like really hard.
He was running. He's like. But yeah, a lot of players are gonna be leaving, and basically what I want to emphasize is Pulisic needs to go. He needs to go, man. If he's not fine with being on the bench, because that's where he is. That's the type of player he is, man. I can't trust him, and I'm surprised Tuchel started him in the final. I really did. Like I told you, I wish there was a Mason Mount or Havertz, and Tuchel Werner up front. Remember I told you that I wanted that front.
You said
Werner and Lukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted those. Tuchel. Hey, bro. Dude, Tuchel, have you seen his reactions when Pulisic kept missing? He wanted to be on the field. He was like, he'll probably throw his cap at him, bro.
I know when they scored the penalty or when they saved it, he started hitting the floor, the pitch.
Yeah. But that's the thing. And just to wrap it off, those stats, man, where he said 7.9 or whatever. See, I don't know what game they were watching. Pulisic is one of the main reasons why we lost that match. And Mason Mount gets so much abuse just from the British fans, and then he gets abuse from the American fans. And I'm not trying to say I'm trying to coddle him or anything, but people disrespect him, bro. Like that, he's a class player. Did you see that first goal against Real Madrid? That's class, bro. Yeah. And he's still young. Bro. So I think, and him and Reece James, they're the ones that are prioritizing their contracts. Pulisic's getting rumors to Juventus. That should tell you what we think about Pulisic. Nice, and you can call it hate, American bias, but it's the truth, and people need to know.
Pulisic up front. I'd say he somewhere in the Serie A will fit him nice.
Yeah, but as an American fan, I don't hate Pulisic. It's just as a Chelsea player, I don't agree.
Yeah.
He needs to go, and because he's just it's gonna be the same thing. He's gone for sure, 100%. He's gone, but I think it's the best because best for the club, best for the player.
Well, you heard it, folks.
You're not that guy, pal.
Pulisic has to go.
He has to go. You can.